All right, so Jesus is constantly giving the differences between and pointing out that there are two things going on here. And he calls the kingdom of darkness the world. That's a phrase that he uses to describe the kingdom of darkness and its occupants. He calls it the world. And in John 17:14, he says, I've given them your word, and the world has hated them because they are not of the world, just as I'm not of the world. Well, if you're not of the world, who are you of? You mean, here you are. It looks like you're of the world from the outward appearance. I mean, there are a lot of people in the world, and so you're saying some of them are of the world and some of them aren't? That's exactly right. Jesus was saying, look, you need to understand, the world hates you. The world, the spirit behind it, the spirit of this age, the God of this world hates you and is against you, but you're not of this world. You're in a different kingdom. You're part of a different nation. The driving force behind the world does not want peace with you. And this is a fallacy. We need to understand this, because there are some people that think they can make peace with anyone. They think terrorists just need a hug. If you could just hug it out with them and find out why they're so angry, maybe we could just have some peace in this world. And journalists are bad about this, and they've gone over to some of these places and been kidnapped and held for hostage or killed, because they learned by experience that these people do not want peace. They do not want to negotiate. Well, if you translate that into the forces behind this kingdom, behind these people, the spirit of the age, the spirit of this world, the enemy, the devil, he does not want peace. He wants to destroy your life. He wants to destroy, he can't destroy God, so he wants to destroy everything that God cares about, everything that God built. And so because of this, there is division. And I am not a proponent of division. I preach unity. I love to unify, and I don't like division, but there are some things that you just can't compromise on. And the kingdom of darkness cannot be placated. You can't have a peace treaty with the world, because if in order to do that, you would have to compromise. And let me just give you an example. The world would love to make peace with you as long as you, as a Christian, say, it doesn't matter what you believe, as long as your heart is sincere, you can believe in any God, you can take any path, and they all lead to the same place. The world would happily make some kind of treaty with you if you would do that. But you know you can't do that. And they are not going to agree with us that the only way to God is through Jesus Christ. They won't do that in order to make peace. So there's this divide, this division that is going to exist as long as we're on this planet. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. This is good news. And the good news is we win. There's a lot of good news, but you can't solve this problem with sympathy or a big heart or a willingness to get along. There is no getting along with someone who only wants to kill you. If making peace is, if your idea of making peace is you yell at me while I listen and agree as you attack all of my values, if you call that peace, we're not going to be able to go there, because I can't compromise on truth. And so these kingdoms operate on different principle. And we don't want to destroy people who are in the opposite kingdom. We want to convert them. We want to help them. We want to heal them. But believe me, the forces behind the spirit of the age, they want to destroy Christians. And they would, the devil would love to kill God, but he can't do that. So he's just gone about doing everything he can to destroy and kill and steal everything that God counts as valuable. Jesus said this, and this goes right along with it. If you don't believe what I'm saying, here's what Jesus said in Luke 12, where is it? Luke 12, 34. He says, do not think that I came to bring peace on the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. So what does that mean? I thought Jesus was the Prince of Peace. He is peace between people and God. He brought peace between God and man, and that's the most important peace. But he says, as far as humans are concerned, when they embrace me, they are going to lose friends. They are going to lose relationships. He said, I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. I've come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's enemy will be those of his own household. This is not an excuse to live wrong and be offensive and be angry and run everybody off in your life and say Jesus excused it. No, he's talking about very specifically, we are called to walk in love and to make peace when it's at all possible. But what he's talking about is when Jesus comes into this picture, not your bad attitude, but when Jesus comes into the picture and people begin to choose him and other people don't choose him, it creates division, and you just can't help it. Now, it doesn't have to be antagonistic. It doesn't have to be hate-filled, and certainly we shouldn't hate those who don't understand us and reject us. But there is division nonetheless, and you can't get rid of it. We need to understand the natural. It's like oil and water. They just don't mix. They may be in the same area, but they don't mix. And trying to mix them is wasting your time. Let me just give you James' version of this because it's more direct. In James 4:4, he says, adulterers and adulteresses, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Whoever therefore wants to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. So Jesus and James are trying to tell us, hey, there are two different kingdoms at work here. There's the kingdom of God and there's the kingdom of darkness. And you cannot try to be a friend to that. And the kingdom of darkness controls the world powers. In the book of Revelation, it's called Babylon.